Fallout 4 is almost upon us. It is but a week away, and a number of people have asked me, do I have any advice for people who are new to modding? Because of course, for many of us, modding is going to be a big part of Fallout 4. It's something we're going to do pretty much immediately, and will continue to do so for long after most people have stopped playing the game. Many of us just embrace modding 110% and we're in it for the long haul. But some people have only just joined us. They're looking at modding for the first time. They've seen the sort of mods that came out with Skyrim and Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and they think, I want some of that. But they're wondering, how do they get into this? What should they do? Is there anything they can do in advance? And the answer is yes, there are quite a few things. Probably the biggest piece of advice I can give to you right now, if you are totally new to modding and you're waiting for Fallout 4, move your Steam folder. Move your damn Steam folder out of C program files, wherever it is you've got it installed. Program files x86 or program files, I can't even remember which it is. If you've got it installed in there, move it. Move it somewhere else. I actually moved mine to a totally different drive. There's my Steam drive, there's my Steam folder, there's my GOG folder. I have them on totally different drives. You don't need to have them on different drives, but please copy them to a new folder outside of those two folders. The reason for that is Windows does have some security issues with those folders. It's pretty paranoid, and occasionally you will find you may have trouble accessing any games that have been installed in there from a mod management tool. And I am going to give you another piece of advice, and that is, for God's sake, use a mod management tool. There will be a few for Fallout 4. A lot of people are going to tell you to use Mod Organizer because it is very powerful. In all probability, if you're a beginner, I would suggest Nexus Mod Manager. It does have a lower learning curve. It's going to be more, I don't know what you'd call it, stable and reliable. It treats the game, it doesn't step out of the box in its thinking. It treats the game the way the game is expected to be treated. Mod Organizer does push the boundaries a little, and occasionally the tool needs to adapt to new developments. So I would generally go for Nexus Mod Manager if you're a beginner. Mod Organizer is still probably the most powerful, and I hate using the word best because again this is subjective, but it is if I had to give a toss up between which of those is going to be the more powerful tool for Fallout 4, it would be Mod Organizer. So, but anyway, you're going to want a mod management tool, and when you use mod management tools, sometimes they will have issues with security on those folders and you have to get around it. You can get around it, but why worry? Why bother? Move the game folder somewhere else. It's not that hard to do. You can Google it. You can probably do it in a few seconds if you're moving it to the same drive, and it will save you some hassle later on. You should also be aware that modding tends to involve a lot of archive files. So we're talking things like zip files, 7Z, RAR files. If you don't know what those are, you probably should go off and find out, and make sure you've got programs to extract archives. You'll be doing quite a lot of that. I also highly recommend installing a program called Notepad++. This is an advanced text editor. It is much better than Notepad, far better actually. It's a lot more pleasant to use. And I mean, it's not necessary, it isn't necessary, but it's something I really do recommend, because you will be tweaking the odd config file, the odd ini file, probably not as much as you might think, but you'll do it occasionally, and it's nice to do it on an editor that helps out. I would highly recommend signing up for Nexus itself. It is going to be the most active and largest modding community for Fallout 4 in all probability, so sign up there. It is free. Don't worry if when you sign up it asks you to pay for premium membership. You don't actually have to. Premium membership just gives you faster downloads, no adverts, that type of thing. It is well worth it if you do a lot of modding, but if you want to try it out for free, you can. And if you want to update to premium membership later on, you can do so. You're not committed either way at this point, so just join up. It is probably the place to go for most mods and almost certainly the best mods. Well, that obviously is subjective. There are some great mods that are hosted elsewhere, but again, 99.9% of the great mods you will find will be on Nexus. Beyond that, my advice to newcomers to our modding community is embrace it. Allow yourself to sink into the community that is the modding community. You are going to need a willingness to learn. You know, this is not going to get handed to you on a silver platter. You are going to have to do a little bit of work, a little bit of learning. But I'm not talking that much. Modding has never been easier. It is easier now than it has ever been. Those of us who have been modding a long time can tell you it's almost trivially easy now. However, you will still need to spend a few hours just grasping the basics, learning a good solid foundation in what makes the game tick, how mods work. It will pay off 1,000-fold down the line. And I mean, even if you're just coming along, you just think, oh, I want to grab 1 or 2 mods and just use them and install them. Trust me, modding can be addictive. You'll find 1 mod and you'll see another 3 and think, oh, those look good. I'll try those as well. And then you'll try those and then you'll think, I'm just going to go and check Nexus to see if there's a new one. Ooh, look at that. And so it will continue. So putting the little bit of time in at the start is well worth it. You will get so many hours of enjoyment out of, well, not just playing a modded game, but modding itself. Modding itself is a hell of a lot of fun. And that is important. This is a hobby. Modding is not some kind of chore that you do so that you can do your hobby. Believe it or not, it might sound like that to some of you, but once you get into it, modding itself is the hobby. It becomes, in some ways, almost as much fun as playing the modded game. It is a hell of a lot of fun. I know that sounds crazy to people who've not done it before, but it is. And that is important. You need to approach this like a hobby. You need to keep reminding yourself that it's not serious, that you need to take this with a grain of salt, that you need to, you're going to find some mods that you would never in a million years use, that you just can't imagine using. They're probably not for you. Don't be worried about them. Don't get offended by them. Someone else out there is having fun with them. So you know what? All the best to them. Keep it relaxed, keep it easy, and just keep it fun. In fact, that is what it's become my watchword. It's become my saying for the end of videos, and it is important. It is important. You need to remember this. It's how I end my videos. I always end my videos by saying, and remember, have fun. I'm not going to end this video that way, but that's what you should remember, okay? Having fun, it's important. But beyond that, there's not a lot to say. You're going to have to wait and see. The best way to learn is to actually just do. It really is. Just jump in there and do it. But we will be there to help you. I am going to be making tutorials on how to mod Fallout 4. There'll be people who will answer questions for you in videos, on Nexus itself. There is a massive community and it is very friendly and willing to support you. Use it. Just use it politely and nicely, but use it. The community is there and they love doing this. There are some people who just get such a kick out of helping other people mod their games. I am one such a person. So, you've got the support, embrace it, and welcome to the dark side. There's no going back now.